Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, I got my Gridiron Studios vehicle right here, and I got the skinnier tires because I thought it looked more like the A.W.E Striker. But we're gonna set that aside right now because luckily at San Diego Comic-Con, they had the A.W.E Striker available, and luckily I was able to get somebody to get in there and grab it for me. So let's open it up and take a closer look. Okay, so when we slide this out, there is kind of like the old foot locker that we've been seeing. So accessories for the vehicle, and it looks like a couple of hats and scarves and stuff for Crankcase were inside of the foot locker. All right, so this is how the A.W.E Striker comes. It's got this little piece. It's like taped in. All right, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, it's taped on the back and stuff like that. Figure just pops out. Let's get it open and then we'll take a look at everything. Okay, so let's take a look at Crankcase out of the package. There he is. Let's take a closer look at that face sculpt. That looks pretty good. I do like the design there on his shoulder. I do like the look of this piece here. It looks pretty good. This looks like it's a zip down. He's got his little radio, handy mic there. Not seeing a radio, so it's probably just supposed to be like attached to the vehicle. His knife goes into this little boot, or his little calf strap, and then he's got his pistol here that sort of locks in with this little piece here, and it works really easily, so that's pretty nice. He does have his black gloves on, and then in the little plastic he comes with this helmet. Just take a look at what this helmet looks like. That is pretty cool. This helmet here, which looks pretty good. There you go, and there he is with the goggles, the little off-road cap, and then the little piece that comes up here. And I'll just show you with that piece around his neck. Okay, so there he is with the visor and then that little piece down. And of course, you know, you can always push the hat up if you wanted to make him look a little more friendly, or you can just take the hat off altogether and maybe just push the visors up onto his forehead a little bit. That looks kind of cool too. All right, there's Crankcase. And then of course he comes with some binoculars, so you can throw those around his neck if you want him to be like looking for something down the road. And of course, in between missions, he could have his cup of coffee. And let's take a look and see what the cup says. Gijoe coffee. So that's pretty cool. And check that out. It's a lot of detail right there. Make sure he's drinking it from the right angle. Okay, so anyways, here is the A.W.E Striker, and it comes with an extra seat. That's the one that goes in the back. Ammo cans. You got like a tool kit that opens up. Didn't really see any tools. Got a couple of missiles to go with these bazookas. Well, I thought they went with those bazookas there. There's two bazookas. There's a gas can, and there's like this machine gun. There's this turret machine gun right here, which is kind of cool. It's on a pivot. And then you got these like whip antennas. You got two different roll cages. Then you got your vehicle here. And the cool thing is, like, the tires, you can see are soft rubber. It's flat on the bottom. There it is from the top. Let's take a look in there. You got that dashboard. Well, hold on. All right, so that is the back. You got the dashboard here. Walkie-talkie kind of sits in there. It's got some navigation. And you got the steering wheel. Got some good controllers in there. This moves forward and backwards. Got a cup holders. Got the emergency brake. Well, that emergency brake is now broken. No, it's just a ball thing. So Just goes in there. Does have some play in it, which is nice. You're doing some stop motion. Got some plugs all over the place. Got the nice side steps. There is the front of it. Got a winch. Working winch. Got all the light pieces. Everything's already in place. It's got the nice shock bars here, which look good. Smaller tires. And you can see some nice detail in there with the shocks. Nice details. They do have like a lot of nice details on here. Here's the best part. Front wheels, even though the steering wheel doesn't turn the wheels at all, the wheels do have some crank, so they do get some turn out of them. That is a big difference between this Gridiron Studios, where there's no turn in the wheel. So that is a plus. Okay, so I put this together and I got my Selfie series on a Valiverse Action Force body sitting in here, and maybe the vest is really hindering his ability to sit comfortably in the chair. So that can see that being the case, but you can see, man, that's the one thing is like, this is a peg that just goes right on here, and I'm having trouble getting it to like stay, right? Like it sits in there and I'm pushing it from the bottom, but you can see it doesn't really want to be on there. And any kind of turning is just gonna cause that to like pop up. And I feel like it's already putting some wear on that little peg. So that's where this is supposed to go. And I guess if you're just looking at it straight, it's fine. Not really, it doesn't really peg on there very well. I mean, a little bit of pressure, but it feels like it's not super secure. Then you get this thing on there, there's like a peg, and you gotta feed the bullets through there, and you can see just a little bit of work that I'm doing. This kind of comes up. So I'm not really feeling like that's really working out very well. But anyways, to get him in there, you sort of have to remove this to give yourself enough room to get him up and out. You might want to put him in the seat before you do that. I'm thinking about maybe not even putting that on there. It's a little flawed, I would say. Let me see if get the Selfie figure out. Let's just see what he's actually designed for this thing, so he should fit in there. See, and this is the problem with this piece. This gun swings around, doesn't stay in one place, so when you're trying to sit him, this comes out. It could be like a whole race car situation where you should just put the driver in and then add the steering wheel. The steering wheel just popped off. Point the toes. There should be plenty of room in there. Bend his knees so you could see where the gun just kind of slides around. I think they should do like a waist style like that for a driver. Okay, this is where it makes it really difficult. Luckily, all this stuff is just pegs. All this stuff's gonna come out. I'm gonna get this guy situated best I could. Let's see, even, okay, let me bend his knees a little bit more. All right, so now he's sitting down in there. Had to bend his knees pretty good. And I can put the steering wheel back in. Man, okay. Not so sure about this thing. This thing right here just supposed to sit, there's like a peg right there that holds the ammo can, but none of these pegs really feel like they securely go in there. The toolbox is another one, goes right here. Little peg. Okay, so here is the top. You can see I'm gonna put this gun on first. Ammo can. Feed the ammo through. This is already coming loose. The thing stressed the plastic. It's not gonna fit perfectly anymore. These things are supposed to go into these pegs anyways. Okay, so this goes down. There's 3 little pegs. Go down here. So you can see, like, if I put this guy in first and then put this down, kind of works out a little bit better. Whip antenna just came off. Then you got to get your guy, put him in the seat. So let me put this guy in the seat. Maybe I'll stick him in first. Put the seat underneath him. That's just a peg. You can see where I'm gonna have to do some weird thing with his feet. Then this roll cage luckily doesn't have a roof. We'll just go on around them like that. And you can see this is popped up again. And if you look really closely, you can see this is already stressed, that plastic right there. Not happy about that. All right, so okay, so I got it set up. I got them side by side. Like I said earlier, this one has the wheels that turn. This one, the wheels don't turn like that. This guy has a working crank, so that's kind of a plus. This guy's got the real classic look to him. This roll cage is really sturdy. The turret's really sturdy. This thing just pops off. It's already stressed the plastic. These pieces are fine. You got to take this whole piece off to basically get your figures in there. It's got some nice detailing. Of course, the weight of this is super nice because it's not heavy like this one. This one is really, really heavy. And the wheels on this are a soft rubber. These are not, but the styling on this does look good. I mean, you can't deny it. You get it set up for your display. Looks nice. I don't know what the playability is with this roll cage wanting to come loose and this gun not being able to swivel or basically stay in place. I don't know. I do like the dashboard. It looks really good compared to this one. If you look at the dash, you get a lot of color in there. You got that little navigation. With the GRIDIRON Studios, you kind of got to go in and paint it. But anyways, there it is. There's the Gijoe A.W.E striker. It's decent, but it has its flaws. Man, I'm a little bit disappointed in some of the flaws, like this piece right here. And the roll cage is nice. It's a nice pliable plastic. It doesn't feel like it sticks really well. This gun is good, does that. It's a little flimsy. It's like they're flimsy guns. If you look at this GRIDIRON Studios, they got this like cannon, which, you know, has some big shells. This thing's like one of your standard issue G.I. Joe classified rubbery weapons. I do like the way the ammo goes through. I just wish that that peg was a little bit better. But there you go. For the most part, that is the Classified A.W.E striker. If you're looking forward to it, it's fine. It's affordable for a 112 scale vehicle. But I would tell you that out of the two of these, I think this one's little bit better. The only flaw, if you watch my video, that I had in this one was you got to put a much smaller character in there so that their head doesn't get hit by like the turret. But this gun is way better for the gunner and stuff like that. And I like the fact that they're facing backwards instead of forward. This guy's gonna definitely have to wear some sort of a helmet or something like that. But anyways, overall, the look of it looks fantastic. I'm just not 100% sure about the execution on that. The other nice thing about the Striker is came with some sticker sheets. So that's kind of cool. You can throw them on there if you want. And there you have it. There's the G.I. Joe Striker. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, have a fantastic day.